So if you're an agency owner, prioritize working on one offer because that's essentially how you're going to be able to generate the best results. That's how you're going to be able to find the people that you actually need to reach out to. You might want to offer this service, and this service, but you have to be able, it's like anything else, right? Like in e-commerce, when you run an e-commerce store, you test all these different products, you find one product that's working, and damn my hair, and you essentially scale the shit out of it. Well, when it comes to running an agency, and I briefly said this yesterday as well, you got to go one for one, and it comes down to you fixing your offer. It's not about the service you're providing, it's about what you are actually selling, right? So if you put things into perspective, so I had a guy in our Discord, the link, free Discord in the description down below. He asked a question, and he was basically like, oh, I run a marketing agency. He's starting a marketing agency, he's building it out. And I said, what kind of services do you provide? And he basically sent a picture of the services provided, like he sent a sheet, right? Now in the sheet, there's a bunch of different services. There's like 3 different services. And I said, prioritize one thing. But the thing is, it's not about prioritizing one service. It's about prioritizing one offer, right? So you shouldn't be getting on the phone with people and say, hey, you want this, or you want this, or you want this. That's not how sales works, right? At the end of the day, it shouldn't be up to them to pick. You're not a restaurant. People don't come in and say, I want a burger with cheese and whatever on it, right? You have everything built for them already. You were telling them what you're going to offer them and why you are going to offer them that. You are supposed to be the solution to a problem, right? Let's say you have, I'm walking by a car right now. So let's say you have, I don't want to say a flat tire, but let's say your tire is flat. Well, what do you need? You need an air pump. Be the air pump to their flat tire, basically, is what I'm getting at. And how do you do that? Well, what are the biggest issues that a large majority of people, or your target demographic, runs into? Locate the issue, and you essentially sell them on the solution to the issue, because you can provide the solution. It doesn't matter if, oh, well, we could do XYZ for you. We could run Facebook ads. This is how much it costs. We could run TikTok ads. This is how much it costs. We could run Instagram ads. This is how much it costs. We could run Google ads. This is how much it costs. And if you want them all together, this is how much it costs. No, it doesn't work like that, bro. You literally just compile everything. What are you gonna do for me? We're gonna get your marketing campaigns up and running, and we're going to test on multiple platforms to essentially figure out what is converting the best. It doesn't matter where you guys operate. It matters how well you provide the service. And at that point, if they are qualified and they have the cash to pay and you give them one price, you'll be able to sell them on that service. It doesn't make sense for you to offer people so many things, because now you're giving people the opportunity to think, right? Now, I'm probably like a lot of you guys that are watching this, and you have to understand this, right? I'm coming from a service-based background. I'm coming from the fulfillment side of things. There's people in this space that are strictly just salespeople and structure offers and build out these offers. So when I started actually offering my service to people, it wasn't something that I was in the trenches with. It wasn't something that I had put much thought and energy into, because it wasn't a space that I was diverse in. I didn't know it was possible to get on the phone, dial people, and sell them on, whatever service. I just know how to provide the service. So you guys have to put things into perspective, right? You have to, when you're running an agency and you're providing a service, you have to essentially know how to separate your back end and your front end. And you have to think about it like almost 2 different businesses, because the services you are providing for people, right? Let's say you run marketing campaigns for them. The services you are providing for people is one whole operation that has to be built out. But you finding the people to actually offer your service to is a whole different operation as well. So you have to be able to put 2 and 2 together, and essentially from that be able to create a business off of it. And so you have to put yourself in 2 different mentalities. You have the mentality of, well, I'm growing my business, and this is how I'm going to bring people on board, and I have to actually run this operation. If you guys are running a marketing agency, how are you going to run a marketing agency and tell other people, whatever it is, I don't know who you guys' target demographic is, but how are you going to tell these people that you're going to be able to market their product or service or whatever it is if you can't even market your own? And I think that's the number one issue with a lot of agency owners, is that agency owners go out and provide a service to people that they don't even know how to do for themselves. And because they don't know how to do it for themselves, that's why they're having a hard time or struggling to find clients. Bro, you have to build your fucking business off of an actual infrastructure, off of an actual system that is made to acquire clients, that is made to find buyers, that is made to find the perfect target demographic, the right person that will sit on the phone with you and pay for your service because they can actually make use of it. And the problem is, a large majority of agency owners don't know how to do that. Why? Because they spend so much time studying on fulfilling the service. And the thing is, I think this is the best way to go about it. Reason being is, I've also seen people in the industry that are strictly salespeople and understand how to build out an offer, but don't understand the service perspective of it. And because of that, they put themselves in a situation where, well, great, I'm gonna go out and essentially sell this service to people that I don't know how to provide, and now that puts me in a situation of major liability. So that being said, the best way that I would see fit for you guys starting your agency, first of all, I almost want to say drop the cold calling. Honestly, I will say drop the cold calling. I wouldn't do any cold calling. I think cold DMs is cool, cold email is cool. You have to build out the structure behind it. I actually started off with cold email, and you know, I got my first couple sales from it, and actually made a little bit of money off of it. But you guys also have to understand, like, what is more efficient? Is it easier for you to go out and get a whole bunch of emails, put them on a list, and create a campaign off of it? Or is it easier for you to go out and dial a whole bunch of people and have nobody pick up? Somebody asked me a question the other day, like they're doing cold outreach on the phone, and it's like, all right, well, how do I get through to the person that I actually need to be communicating with? Bro, me knowing this, I'm sorry, I'm about efficiency. I know that I could sit here and dial every day to cold leads and find a bunch of businesses online and dial to them, and like the odds of them actually becoming a client of mine, in my opinion, personally, this might be an unpopular opinion, are very slim. I am not going out and calling 1,000 businesses and hoping that one pays me, because even at that, I'm still not going to be able to build the infrastructure that I need to be able to get to that next level. It's just not efficient. Right? And you guys are going to be stuck in a rat race doing this for a long period of time. Personally, the space that I come from, we run paid ads. That's what we do. Oh, that's what I do personally. I run paid ads. The reason why, and I know some of you guys might say you might not have the budget to run paid ads. Bro, I am telling you, go get a fucking job and you can make like 2-3K a month from your job and just use that on ads. Use every single dollar on ads, and I promise you, you will find more traction doing that by putting up the money up front. Reason being is your infrastructure has to be in place. You're gonna have everything built out properly. And then not only that, literally 1 or 2 sales could literally make your whole month and you could just quit your job. It really just comes down to that. And on average, depending on what your offer is, say you're running a 10K offer, on average, you might see a $2,000 to $3,000 cost per acquisition. So if you put that into perspective, well, you should be seeing a 3x return on your ads if you're running a $10,000 offer, at the very least, right? Now, obviously, you have to squeeze some budget in there to account for the fact that there's a possibility of you guys losing money, right? There's a possibility that your cost per acquisition is higher than that, which it will probably be higher than that because you're just getting started. You guys have to be prepared to fail. When you get into this business stuff, bro, I don't know anybody that literally just started from day one and it just worked. Because you have to learn stuff through trial and error. You have to learn stuff through going through different situations. And those things and that experience doesn't just get taught by somebody telling you or you watching videos online. You have to go through the motion and then start to understand the motion at the back of your hand. Swear. That's how things work. Dead ass. But anyways, y'all, I have a meeting right now. So that's kind of my rant for today. I want to touch base on this topic a little bit more tomorrow as well. I think there is a lot to expand on this because I do see a lot of you guys taking the wrong route. I don't want to say wrong route, but personally, I could look at something and be like, bro, these are the steps. This is what you have to do. This will get you there. Not saying that what you're doing is wrong, but I've tried that and it's less efficient. Let's just put it that way. But if it works for you, it works for you, right? Because different things work for different people. But yeah, anyways, link to the Discord in the description down below. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and catch you on the next video. It's raining outside and I got a meeting right now, so I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Peace.